Welcome to Keeper of Secrets Tarot. I am Gypsy Girl, here to bring you another reading for Taurus. I thank you, Spirit, for protecting and keeping the collective safe, for protecting me and keeping me safe. Taurus, I thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares, most of all for showing up. Eager to do your reading. Had to take a moment to reflect. I'm doing the person most on your mind spread. With that, I'm using the Smith-Waite tarot. It's called the Borderless. And I brought in the Lover's Oracle to give a deeper insight on the thoughts of the person most on your mind. And to finish up, we're going to use the Animal Spirit Oracle to help you find that guidance or the advice from Spirit. So we'll just do one cut. Now, this is going into the solar eclipse, so coming out, I keep wanting to turn the card because I'm used to doing the other layout. This one, we don't turn the card. So we're coming off of the lunar eclipse, we're going into the solar eclipse. This is when I do this spread, it's just before. So here we have the situation between you and the next person, or the person most on your mind. And here we have how you're dealing with that situation. And we have how they are. Let's see how much room I have. Been playing with the angle to get it to fit. So you get to see clearly. It looks like it'll work here. And we have the advice from Spirit. And then we have how you're taking that advice. And then we have how the person most on your mind is dealing with that. And then we have the potential outcome. How you're dealing with that and gauging your next move and how they are. Well, it seems to fit. Now again, I always say that this is potential in the sense where if you don't follow, then things will turn out differently. And when I say follow the advice of Spirit that comes up here. We're looking at the Six of Swords. So moving on to peaceful waters, wanting to make peace, wanting a peace of mind, in fact, is where you are, Taurus. And you're working at that, or you're focused on making peace or having peace. Again, you want to move as well. It's a physical journey in most cases, but it's thinking about it at the same time and thinking that when you do move, things will be different, but you're carrying with you experiences, and it's not so much an exciting trip here. This is feeling that you have to move on in order to have that self-sufficiency and taking care of yourself and taking care of what you call valuable, because that's what she does. She provides for. So either you are providing for or focused on providing for a journey, a trip. You want to move. You want to move home. It seems to be a lack of trust and coming off of who you've been dealing with. You want to get away. You want to just move away from all of that. You want to end the cycle. You're focused on having that ending. Put an end to all the confusion, burden, selfishness. Because we seem to have a King of Cups hanging out there, being burdensome. We have the Tower, we have the Judgment card. So really needing to change, needing to see a progress here. Taurus, you're struggling. You're putting the last effort in because you know that This is the last attempt, and you want to close off a cycle and put an end to the confusion with this King of Cups. Could be dealing with a water sign, could be just the energy involved here, but we're looking at Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. And you're dealing with the perfect match because they are very well matched, the earth and water. So something is ending between you, and you're feeling like you have to move on, and that could be because of what you discovered in this lunar eclipse, and that could be before, long before. It could be just now it's stirring up, and sudden changes, sudden events are unavoidable. Communication wise is wanting to create, wanting to make something, wanting to make a start, again, wanting to move. Looking at what you've done in the past, looking at how things were in the past, and we have the 2 wands here, so really wanting to change direction and have that plan to move forward, looking into the future even. Again, it's being able to walk away and leave everything behind. But then you can't, because you're an earth sign, you carry your home with you. So you carry, either you're carrying certain regrets with you, you're carrying certain disappointments, you're carrying memories, you're carrying what experiences that you've had that you want to build on something. You want to take your ideas with you, and you want to go. Then we have our Chariot, which is, and I'm saying you, but because of the Queen of Pentacles, you could be dealing with another earth sign. Could be Virgo, could be Capricorn, it could be another Taurus, because it's energy. And when I say you, because it was feeling more like Taurus there, so take it as it resonates, because it could be that the person most on your mind is thinking about moving on because of change that suddenly has occurred with the moon. Something shifted, and we're looking at a cycle that's coming to an end, a burden of confusion, a burden of riches, a burden of money. It's like it's a burden, and they need to put it down. Something needed to end, and there's lack of trust here. There's a sense of betrayals have occurred, like again with the confusion. So the King of Cups could be the burden in himself, and they are confused, and they are confessing all their betrayals to some. I mean, it's a big change that the King of Cups has gone through. Whoever the King of Cups represents to you could be a water sign, could be just energy, could be that emotional outburst that may have taken place, and certain information had been released, secrets have been told for some. Ideas are just shifting and wanting to build on something, proposing work from the past, or proposing to build on something, to make a deal or have a division of funds. It's relating to money. Again, it's always relating to money, this pentacle here. It's efforts put in. It is value on a relationship, and could be that there's a third party involved, and that's where the Tower has come down, and you may be wanting to just pack up and leave and not have anything to do with that. Again, it's the Chariot. So following that intuition and having that indecision, or dealing with other people and other ideas, and then we see it's the 7 of Wands with these broken Two of Wands here. We're looking at integrity. We're looking at calling up the wisdom, learning from the experience, and making change come. Because Taurus, you're not easy with change. It doesn't come so easily. You have to be, for you to break the routine, something drastic has to happen, and that is where the Tower comes in. So something took place, and again, it could be related to that eclipse of the moon, because it's very emotional. If it's not you, it's someone else dealing with their feelings. Suddenly they've changed, they've shifted, or they become more emotional, or they become very selfish, because we have the Eight of Cups wanting to leave. Suddenly someone is like, okay, no, I don't want this. I'm done. I can't. I have to leave this relationship for whatever reason. There's no trust here. I can't trust you. I can't trust you with my money. I can't trust you with my plans. I can't trust something here because it's broken. It's broken too. It's wanting to make a proposal for partnership, and at the same time wanting to start something new. So it's like two venues happening at the same time, which is where chaos comes in and confusion. And then we see here with the Hermit wanting to go off and be alone, wanting to go off and be alone. So Taurus, you are either seeking refuge, or person most on your mind might be seeking refuge. And here's the Seven of Wands that I was talking about. To hold on to the integrity, because there's a burden here on emotional outbursts or emotional baggage. We're feeling that we're carrying too much of someone else's weight. And we want to put an end to that cycle. We want to keep our integrity intact. We're pushing back. Maybe someone is that emotional reaction, that tower, where someone who was just accepting and absorbing is now turned around and said, no more, I don't want that. And here we have you, the Emperor. So could be that, sorry, just a little burp. Could be that you are making that decision to move on, and you are finally coming to that Nine of Wands, thinking this is ending, I don't want this. I've decided to put an end to it. Because, see, that's the Tower, making that decision and sticking to it so that things change, and having a second chance at creativity, having that second chance to create and build something, because that's what you're focused on. You want a home. You want to move to a place that you can have that peace of mind, because where you are it's just chaos. It's crumbling. It's too much confusion. And the person most on your mind is seeing that there's an ending here. There's completion. Something has to come to an end. There's no getting around it, especially with the Tower. And they have their success. Or they're feeling like the change will be a success because there's a healing involved, and it's the truth. Oh boy, could be looking for divorce because of third parties, because of truth coming out, and because of truth coming out about certain confusions in the past. They've put an end to the cycle. Okay, I confessed. Maybe someone confessed and said, okay, this is what it was, and this is what I did, or this is what happened. The truth is out with that Ten of Swords. And Spirit's advice is to have courage and move on. Have courage. Focus on you. Focus on what you want. Focus on healing. You can try to heal the trust, but that it really depends on the situation that you're in, because some of you may just want to leave, depending on this, you know, what took place, all the confusion. And then some of you may want to go into that emotional therapy and help the next person. Either way, courage is what is required here. And in some cases, it could be holding back too on going too deep into that emotional therapy, because I don't see the manipulation here, because it's all done. It's all, the truth is out. The tower is coming down on this King of Cups. Either it's his emotions or their emotions, whether it's a male or female is irrelevant at this point. But the burden is being put down. So something, again, they were probably holding back on giving you certain information. And with that lunar eclipse, it was just the way things went, and things shifted, and there was that conversation, that exchange, and all the knowledge and understanding and wisdom was brought out. The truth was exposed, because here she is just patiently waiting. But then we see here we have the Six of Swords come back. So it's this news, or this sharing of emotions, or talking about whatever it was, that courage to express, to show love, to have that emotional outburst is what it's going to take. And then you can start up. See, so where a cycle is coming to an end with particular individuals, you're starting on a brand new road because you have the courage as well as they are. So going your separate ways may just be the remedy for both of your situations. And in the sense where you want to start something new, you want to go on your own because your back is turned, and they are manifesting a new beginning in their life. They want to do something different, completely different. And they have everything that they need. They have everything that they need. So for both of you, it would be to have the courage to step away from each other. Put an end to a cycle that is probably past due to be over. Because we have the 2 tens that show themselves. And there we have the 4 of Pentacles. Again, it's this not trusting. We have that not trusting. I don't trust something. I don't trust you. I don't trust what will come. There's a fear here. But that's why Spirit is saying to have the courage to step forward. And then there's protecting what you love at the same time. So here we see you being adventurous and just moving off and going on a journey, taking that trip, going where you want to go, just having that sense of freedom, feeling that it's time now for you to take care of your own and protect yourself and enjoy. And then they are going through their karmic justice, because whatever it is that they've done, their manifestation in the past is what has brought this cycle to an end, and they're starting up again. It is karmic. It must happen. They cannot avoid what took place. Had to happen in order to make things change. See, it was like they are a catalyst. I was really quick there, but it's pretty straightforward, because you yourself want to heal. You yourself want something different. You want to move on. You want to, you feel like you can't expand, you can't explore, you can't create, you can't work where you are. Or what creativity is boxed in, it's limited. You need that sense of freedom, you need that sense of space. So you need to move on. And you will. Let's see what their thoughts are, because We see an ending of a cycle. We see a manifestation. And we see that justice is being served here. But we also see fear of being alone, fear of not having, fear of letting go, fear of, yeah, it's fear. But then it's karmic, it needs to happen. All right, so let's see what thoughts we can come from a person most on your mind. I wish I could be a different person. Thank goodness. I pulled that card so many times. Again, it's all in what took place before, that they find they're working on the courage to step up. They have to find that courage. They're manifesting it. They want to be different. What is the truth? We had this come from the other reads, previous reads. What is the truth? So again, there's that lack of trust here, and there's those betrayals. So the situation that, or situations that brought integrity to the light, is the truth coming forward. My life is a mess right now. So again, they're afraid, and you've triggered me. So again, it's your sense of responsibility, your sense of freedom, your wanting to move on is where they're facing their fear, or they're going to find that they have to face their fears. Taurus, you're on your way. Huh? Nothing is stopping you. You have the courage to take that leap of faith and go with what you believe. And you have that sense of, I can leave everything behind. I can just leave it all behind and I can go, because Spirit takes care of me. You really believe that. You really believe that you will be cared for no matter where you go, because you are Queen of Pentacles. Taurus, what is the advice for you? And everything that you've done is to help them rise above. Huh? To rise above and end a cycle. Come clean and tell the truth in some cases. What is the oracle message for Taurus for guidance? Let's see. Oh my goodness, the whale. This just, it's so funny. All the cards I can pull, I pull the same one. Dare to do things differently. Sing your wild song. Manifest your travel dreams. Attempt the great journey with confidence. Be loyal. Friends and family are your treasures. Be brave. You are more powerful than you know. And the previous read, I pulled this, if I'm not mistaken. But that is here with the Emperor, that you are able to do things differently, and you dare to dream. You dare to take that leap of faith. You want to travel. You want to move on. You need to move on. You feel that need to, I gotta go. I gotta be free. I need to leave all of this burden and baggage behind me. You are more powerful than you know, Taurus. Nothing is stopping you. Your integrity is your flame. Spirit is saying to have the courage to walk away. Have that courage. Take that step forward. You don't need to feel like you owe some form of connectivity to this relationship. If you know that you need to move on, it is time. On that note, I thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. Until our next read, Taurus, love and light.